Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact that makes your brain go. Well, the Google annual year-end searches have come out, and they do it by what people searched for news, for sports, for even viral dishes. But the one I want to dive into is the top "Why do kids say blank" searches. Now, we know that 6'7", because this show started that trend, the 6'7" trend.
I said it first, and then a bunch of kids.
Yeah, then a bunch of kids said it.
And then that one rapper.
Yeah.
Everybody steals my stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
that rapper owes you some royalties.
I know.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
too bad. 6'7". So that's number one, obviously.
Thanks for throwing that out there just in case people forgot what that was.
Yeah, just in case.
Well, did you see Sydney Sweeney say 67 on Jimmy Fallon?
You know, Kenzie, I didn't watch the Sydney Sweeney segment on Jimmy Fallon. I have to say that I missed that.
Neither did I.
Okay.
Sometimes these clips just go,
down
though.
my throat.
Yeah.
And then she was scared to say it. She he was trying to make her guess things, and she's like, "I can't say that. No, you're not. I can't say that on TV." And everyone's like, "Is she getting it confused? Is she getting 6'7" because she's calling it 67, confused with 69?" Like, I don't think she understood anything happening.
Yeah, but the 6'7" move is, pretty enjoyable over the 6'9" move.
Can you, real quick, since we're talking about Jimmy Fallon, can you do Johnny Carson doing 6'7"?
So, Ed, have you heard what these, my nephews came over the other day, and they were saying this thing, 6'7". Ed, have you heard about this? No, sir! That's the only person, Kenzie, that enjoyed that was Case listening to the show right now. The 10 seconds of Johnny Carson.
I can't be the only person that enjoys the Johnny Carson reference. He was very famous for a long time.
By the way, if you're new to the show,
But
Case
I don't know
is
either of them. I can't tell you if it's a good. I just take your word for it that it's a good one, because I don't know what he sounds like.
So Kenzie's just a little older than Case. Case is 26 if you're new to the show. And Case's favorite guy is Johnny Carson, who died about 30 years ago. One of the greatest talk show hosts of all time.
Yeah.
Tonight Show.
Pretty good at what he did. Sort of changed the entertainment industry.
Yeah. Yes,
Big
sir.
fan.
Yep.
And also, Kenzie, for the record, Brian's Johnny Carson is perhaps the thing he's best at in life.
Which is terrifying.
Which is a bummer because I can't even verify that.
Here's what you need to do.
What a crappy thing to be best at.
You need to go on a YouTube wormhole of Johnny Carson episodes.
Which I do every night. I'll send you some links.
Yeah, okay. Look for a text from Case.
Well, I'm probably not going to do that.
Okay, back to the fact. So what do kids say? Why do kids say blank? The top searches in Google of the year 2025. But we're taking 6'7" out of it because we know that's number one. So what do you think number two is, Kenzie, of those searches?
So my guess is, and it's because I had a run-in with this with my mother, is 8. Like, oh, that eats, that ate, like, you ate that up, when you're, like, complimenting somebody. And Brian looks like he's like, Is that what they say? His mouth was open, Case, when I was saying that.
Listen, I fasted for 15 hours yesterday. 8 sounds good right now.
Yeah, okay. So I was playing the game Connections. It's one of the New York Times games. It's available, like, with the puzzle and stuff. I love that game. It's, like, words being related to each other in a weird way. So, like, 8 was on there, and then I started putting it in a compliment category. My mom's like, "What are you talking about? Those don't go together." And I'm like, "Yeah, like 8, slay, this." She's like, "What?" And she looks, and I go, "That's a compliment. Like, oh, you ate that. Like, you killed that." And she's like, "Oh my God." And like, you could see like the fact that this was in like the New York Times puzzle. She's like, "What's happening?" And she looks so confused. So I know she did not know that existed. So I'm going to say like that 8. Like, I think people don't know if that's good or bad.
Okay. 8. We'll just put that as that. That's
if it eats 8, anything in that category.
Which is why do kids say blank? Top searches of 2025, and 6'7's number 1. Kenzie, think that's number 2. What do you think number 2 is, Case?
By the way, just pointing out that dozens of people of the thousands and thousands of listening audience right now say they enjoy your Johnny Carson impression.
Well, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, dozens of the thousands and thousands listening.
I see 4 texts.
That's almost a dozen.
Well, that's such an exaggeration. We have 4 new texts.
I think the second most why do kids say blank search this year is why do kids say yeet?
But isn't yeet kind of old?
I think yeet's back.
What voice was that?
Yeet is kind of old.
You sounded like ancient.
Yeah,
I said yeet old.
Isn't yeet for... I remember when I got back from WW1.
No,
WW1.
Kids on the
Did
street.
they call it that?
I couldn't figure out what was going on. I just heard kids saying yeet.
Was World War One known as World War One when it was happening?
Or did they call it WW1?
They called it that badass thing happening overseas that we don't want to be a part of.
Was it badass or was it bad?
That's a good question, though. I don't know if they called it World War One because there wasn't a 2 yet. Or a 3.
So they just called it the World War?
I don't know. I believe it or not, I wasn't around. Yeah, not around. That's a side fact. We'll get the fact on that one after we play our Glass Animals. But so Case thinks it's yeet. You think it's ate, or everything involved with eating something up. I ate that.
I ate that. You have a different meaning. You actually ate that.
I'm getting so hungry right now.
I ate that.
All right, so that's on the way. In 3 minutes, we'll give you the answer. And all the other ones, too, that were the top searches of Google for 2025 of why do kids say blank. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And the fact that makes your brain go is part of the end of the year stuff we always try to put on the air with Google's annuals, their searches, and they have news, sports, viral dishes. But the one we decided to dive into today with the fact was the top, why do kids say blank? And 6-7 is obviously the number one of the year. We're looking for the number 2. And Kenzie thinks it's 8, as in I ate all that up.
No, not as in that.
That's kind of what you said. Not
like
in food
she
ways.
Ate, yes, go off, eat, queen, like that.
Which is something I say every weekend.
And not she ate that all up. That's just not like I ate all the food.
And Case thinks it's made a comeback, yeet. Mm-hmm. And what does yeet mean, Case?
To like yeet something?
Well, that doesn't say what it means.
Well, but I thought it was implied.
To yeet something? Let's say somebody doesn't know what it means.
You're like yeeting somebody. You're like launching somebody. You're yeeting something. You're throwing all caution to the wind, or you're like yeeting a child out a window.
Or it's kind of like an explanation point at the end of a sentence.
Thank you. Yes. God. Resident young person on the show. Thank you, Kenzie, for explaining yeets.
Yeah.
Lord knows I couldn't do it.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you can do it very well.
So if you throw something, or if you're like emphasizing it.
Okay, so the number 2. And we'll put some other ones on here as well. 6-7's number 1. You're both wrong on this one. And number 1 of the searches of why do kids say blank in the end of the year Google search 2025 was Sigma. You know that one?
I
Sigma?
do.
Sigma. Do you know that one, Kenzie?
I can't believe that's number 1. I don't think
it's number 2 after 6-7.
Well, yeah.
So
but you said number 1. So
Number 1 in our hearts.
Oh, number 1 is okay. So do you know what that means though, Kenzie? Sigma?
I've heard it. I just don't feel like it's used as much.
Case, do you know what it means?
Yeah, men who are lonely on the internet are trying to embrace the Sigma mentality, which is not quite the alpha male mentality, but certainly not the beta male mentality. They feel like the happy medium is the Sigma lifestyle.
Yeah, a man who is self-assured, dogged individualism, and is considered a model of status, success, and attractiveness. Mm-hmm. It can also mean extremely good. It's also widely used as a nonsense term and a meme online.
It's if you're somebody watching a lot of pickup artist videos, they're using the phrase Sigma a lot.
Unreal. Yeah. Not in my world. Not in my wheelhouse.
No, just be like a normal guy and it'll be fine. You don't have to be a Sigma.
So is it looked down upon if you're trying to go that route?
I look down upon it because I think there's a culture of men that are using Sigma as some like code to try to trick ladies into sleeping with them.
Yeah, like it makes them sound better than they are.
Yeah.
Like, because it's supposed to be like somebody who's kind of like independent and stuff. And it's like, or like nobody wants to hang out with you. Because I feel like they're like, yeah, I'm just a Sigma. It's like you just don't have friends. Hi, because you treat people poorly. And yeah, because I don't hear women describing men that way.
Oh,
when
he's
they
such
like
a
them.
Sigma, yeah.
Yeah, they're not like, oh my God, I found my dream Sigma. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah. Well, that was the number 2 search. Now, after that
surprises me.
Do you know what 41 means?
I just saw this.
This was the 3rd on the list of most searched on why do kids say.
It's becoming, they were trying to make it like, somebody just used this as an example because they're like, is it 6-7 or is it 41? Like somebody was just doing a joke about that. But I don't know what it means.
So here's what the definition says. 41 slang is a recent, often nonsensical TikTok trend popular with Gen Alpha, used like the previous 6-7 meme to be funny by its absurdity or when a question's answer is literally 41, stemming from a rapper's lyric about being 41 and got 41. Historically, I'm not going to keep going.
Thank you, Kurt Loder, for reading those rap lyrics.
Hey, what the hell, man? Who is saying this?
I have not heard that at all. I must be chopped and unk.
Well, you are unk to Gen Alpha because you're older than Gen Alpha.
Damn, that hurt. Damn, that hurts.
Yeah, Harper's Gen Alpha and Marino's Gen Alpha. They think you're unk.
They think I'm unk.
Yeah.
They think I'm chopped. That sucks.
They're the
Marino
lower
definitely
end.
thinks you're chopped. He's a tough critic.
Now, one that's been on the list this year, and we've gone through this before, but why do kids say blank #1 Google searches? Skibidi or Skibbity.
Skibbity. You can never get it.
It looks like Skibidi.
It also looks like Skibbity.
It does.
I have to side with Kenzie on this
And
one.
I forgot what that means. Just something's cool.
I don't know what it means. I don't say it. I'm not saying skibbity in my daily life.
It's actually like, it started with, I hate saying this. It started with Skibbity Toilet.
So that's also on the list, by the way.
Okay, that's how it started. And then it went to Skibbity. And that's like, it's like a random filler word for like, it's, oh my God.
Keep going.
How do I say this? But like, it's a filler word, so it's not necessarily. It doesn't take up an entire definition, but it could be for something good or bad, or like you could just kind of fill it in with like the way you're saying it.
But does skibbity also relate to when kids say Ohio?
Okay, that's also on the list.
Okay, because I know about Ohio.
So Skibbity Toilet, Skibbity, and Ohio's on the list.
Because Ohio is like lame, right?
Well, I grew up there.
Okay, don't take it so
I
personally.
think he's asking for the definition. You not just.
No, I thought he was saying, is Ohio lame?
No, but the
No, he's
definition.
saying like the meaning of why kids are saying it. Settle down.
No, but why? That's what I'm saying. Like, why would they say Ohio's lame? Just because people think Ohio's lame?
Well, it's not my favorite state. It'd be the bottom rung of the 50, if you ask me.
What athlete was it that's like, I don't know, I've ever heard somebody want to say they want to go to vacation in Cleveland?
Oh, Joakim Noah, Chicago Bulls own.
One of my faves, by the way.
He's like, I don't, do you guys like being here? That's like my favorite press conference ever. Are you happy to be here?
It's right up there with AI's practice.
Yeah, it is.
It really did. Almost took it off the top
Oh
of
my
sports
God.
rants. So there you go. Use those words today in a sentence to somebody.
Hey, Skibbity.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Here we go. Last one of the week and last chance to win these for free because they go on sale at 10 a.m. today. Mount Joy celebrating 10 years with that fantastic band. You can win it from Kenzie in trivia if you beat her in trivia, which is very tough to do. And Amy is up for the challenge. Amy Ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Hi, I'm Amy. Mount Joy's awesome. We saw them at the Salt Shed. It was incredible.
Oh,
Right
that's
on.
awesome.
Amazing. And I've heard that you just discovered our radio show this week.
Well, I just started listening to morning radio because I got a morning job.
Well, there you go. That'll do it.
Glad you chose us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Love that, Amy. Love the energy. Here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Amy.
Tails.
It is tails. It's your day.
Woo!
Here we go. Question number 1, Amy, for the Mount Joy tickets. What is the formula to find the Pythagorean theory?
Pythagorean theorem.
Theorem. I'm sorry, theorem.
Is it E equals MC squared?
It is not E equals MC squared. Kenzie, do you know what that is?
Oh.
I don't know what she just said, but we're.
The formula for the Pythagorean theorem.
I don't think you're saying that right.
Pythagorean, that's what it is.
Pythagorean.
Pythagorean?
Oh, there's an N. It's an N. Pythagorean.
No.
Pythagorean.
No, it's not.
What is it?
Okay.
No, what is it?
Pythagorean.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Pythagorean
You're
theorem.
making it rhyme with Korean.
Doesn't it?
Not really.
Adding like a lot.
No, I hate math anyway.
All right, now. Kenzie, do you know the theorem?
I don't.
It is A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Oh, yeah. I think the Pythagorean took me out. I'm sorry.
Thinking
I
about
think
some.
my answer sounded way smarter.
It did.
did.
It did sound smarter. It was still wrong, though.
I know.
All right, here we go. Back to Kenzie.
Yes.
Kenzie, in the commonly taught Order of Operations acronym PEMDAS, what does the P stand for?
Parentheses.
Parentheses is right, and Kenzie's on the board. Back to Amy.
Yes.
What store sells the most wine in the United States? Give me a store, please.
Jewel?
What'd you say, Jewel? Jewel is incorrect.
Oh,
Kenzie, do you know?
I'm going to say Total Wine.
Total Wine is incorrect.
Really?
Great store. Believe it or not, it is Costco. Costco sells the most wine in the United States.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Over Total Wine?
This is a huge thing.
Believe it or not, Costco they're like up here, and everybody else, the next list is way, way, way down. Because there's more
they sell
Costco.
big bottles.
Big bottles, too. You're right. Thank you, Amy.
Okay, so it's 1-0.
And back to Kenzie. We need to get some points on the board here.
Kenzie, which cocktail that originates in Puerto Rico has a name that translates as strained pineapple?
Strained pineapple? Mm-hmm. Is it pina colada?
It is a pina colada.
Okay.
So Kenzie's got two. She's cheering you on, too, which is
I
amazing.
know, I love her.
Back to Amy.
Yes, 2-0. Back to Amy.
For what show was Peter Dinklage nominated for an Emmy for all 7 seasons?
Peter who?
Peter
Peter what?
Peter Dinklage.
Everybody loves Raymond.
You know what? At least she's guessing. Love it. Love it.
Oh my God, she's funny.
Kenzie, do you know the answer to that?
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones is right. So
Oh.
Kenzie's up 3-0. Amy's awesome. Okay, so it's back to
Kenzie, she's ahead 3-0.
Kenzie. In season 8 of Game of Thrones, what modern-day brand logo was accidentally left in a shot from the show?
Starbucks?
Starbucks is right. So 4-0, Kenzie. Amy, you need this one.
Oh,
I agree.
Amy,
Oosh.
Amy, what household appliance was William Perry nicknamed after?
refrigerator.
The refrigerator. Would have accepted the fridge as well.
The refrigerator. That is actually incorrect. She's so funny.
It's the proper name.
It's
The government
capital.
name.
Yeah. That's what he had to write down for his credit card.
Now, Amy, you got a point, but sadly, Kenzie can win with this one.
She can.
Well, let's see. It could be the Pythagorean question.
Yeah.
I had Korean barbecue on my mind.
Oh, we should go sometime.
So delicious.
Okay. All right. Unrelated to Clash with Kenzie. Go ahead.
Kenzie,
Yeah.
for the win. Bears player Charles Tillman was nicknamed after what member of the legume family?
Of the whose family?
The legumes?
Oh, peanut. Are you saying? Okay. I'm like, whose family? Like a royal family or something. The legumes.
Like the Rockefellers or something?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what family?
Well, listen,
Oh my
Amy.
God.
We're
Well, put her. We need a Case. Can you send her some stuff like a prize pack?
Gladly.
She's a new listener.
Amy, hang out on hold. We're going to send you some stuff, okay?
Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys are great.
No,
Oh, love you, girl.
you're great. So hang on, Amy. We love our first-time listeners or our first-week listeners. So hang tight. We'll get you something, but we still have the tickets for Mount Joy, and we'll give those away in just about 3 minutes after Lola Young. Hang tight. You hear God Bless the Baby, and you win the tickets. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, here we go. Tammy in Waukegan says she was the first one to recommend this movie, Good Will Hunting, released December 5th, 1997. And thanks for checking in from Waukegan. You weren't the only Tammy, I'm sorry. But there were a lot of people from Waukegan and around the whole country that recommended this one because obviously one of the greatest movies of all time. So it was released December 5th, 1997. With a budget of $10 million. The box office, $225.9 million. And in 1997, that is so massive. Good Will Hunting received widespread acclaim from critics. On the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 97%, based on 91 reviews with an average rating of 8.1 out of 10. At the 70th Academy Awards, Good Will Hunting and its cast and crew won Best Original Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor while receiving nominations for Best Actor, Best Director, Best Film Editing, Best Original Dramatic Score, Best Original Song, Best Picture, and Best Supporting Actress. That's a lot. Okay, so let's start like we always do with the trailer.
Brilliant mind
This boy's genius is unparalleled.
and a bad attitude.
When you hit an officer, you go in.
Now,
I need someone who can get through to him. Like me.
for the first time in his life, he's met his match.
Playtime's over.
You lecturing me on life?
Robin Williams, Matt Damon. In a film by Gus Van Sant. Good Will Hunting, rated R.
Wow. Good Will Hunting. Case, I can't even, wait too long to just get right to the review of what you thought of this Good Will Hunting. And I guess I'd be stunned if you hated it, but I don't know. In a 26-year-old eyes
It's a
of a
beautiful movie. He can't hate it.
I don't know. We'll see. Case, what'd you think of Good Will Hunting?
As for Good Will Hunting, boy, did it blow my mind when I found out that the main character's name was Will Hunting. I spent my entire life not knowing where the title of this movie came from. About an hour in, and this is an honest-to-God thought I had, I thought, I don't think they're killing deer in this movie. I was kind of waiting for a hunting trip between Robin Williams and Matt Damon at some point. Didn't happen. When I found out his name was Will Hunting, blew my mind. I also think it might be a bad name for the movie.
Well, when Shawshank came out, that's what Morgan Freeman said. The movie did terrible at the box office because no one knew what the hell that meant. Mm-hmm. And very similar to when Good Will Hunting came out, I remember it coming in the theaters and going like, is it a hunting movie?
Yeah. Or should there be a comma after good? Because Goodwill, it just doesn't make sense. I object to the name of the movie. It's also insane that Matt Damon wrote this movie and then starred himself as the genius, charming, world-class mathematician, ladies' man. He's like, I'm going to write this role, and my idea is that I'm good at everything, and everybody wants me to do even better for myself. If I was going to write a movie and star in it, I don't think the premise would be, so I'm awesome at everything, and people just want even more from me.
Why? That'd be fun.
I can't imagine being on that wavelength and going, okay, so I'm awesome at this, and I'm good at this, and you know how...
Hey, it's Will Hunting. It's not him. What are you supposed to know? This guy's unstoppable.
Yeah, you know how you think biochem's hard? I just know it. I just do it. And I can't fathom being in that headspace. Amazing confidence on Matt Damon's behalf.
Notice he didn't put himself in the Ben Affleck role.
No, exactly. I think I'm going to be some loser construction guy that never really lives up to my potential.
Ben Affleck is where he belonged to be.
The guy that says the great line, which I'm sure is coming later, tomorrow I'm going to be 50 and still here.
We've got that audio in just a second. But basically, for those that haven't seen this movie, Will Hunting is a complete psychopath. He's one step away from being the Unabomber. He is...
That's accurate.
Yeah, he's a guy with a long criminal history who has a very hard time relating to humans, and he likes doing math for fun, which is something that I'll never quite understand. And it's really frustrating to watch him exist in the world that he does. And I say this not to be self-deprecating, to be hard on myself and to fish for compliments, but as somebody who walks around this earth feeling dumb, feeling like they're a dumb guy, to see a guy who does math graffiti for fun and then not want to make the most of his potential and do this thing where he's like, oh, I don't want to be loved. I'm afraid I might get hurt. It's agonizing to watch because much like Ben Affleck's character, I'm going, brother, I'd kill to have what you have. I'd love to. The problem is when he's doing math in this movie, when Matt Damon's doing math, I can't tell what the math problem is and what the math answer is. I don't know what I'm looking at. And he's just doing it because he's good at it. With no school, no training, no nothing. He's a hardened criminal. Need I remind you, this guy beat up a police officer after beating up his childhood bully in broad daylight just because he drove by him.
Okay, I think that's fair. Even a childhood bully, you're allowed to drop him on sight if you're capable of it.
I don't know if that's true
and
or
that
not.
should be in the Constitution. What amendment are we on? So he's in the right.
I also want to make it very clear what you're trying to say is you're dying for a unique skill.
I'm dying for a skill. I don't care how unique it is.
Well, he had a unique skill.
1,000%. This is what I said yesterday. The problem is every time I watch one of these movies, I think maybe this is my skill, and then it never is.
Kenzie thought she could be a chess champion after seeing Queen's Gambit.
I was like, oh, I'm going to direct these bitches. I'm going to be dropping them. No, I like flipped a chessboard. Damn, rook came out of nowhere. I didn't even see it.
Can you imagine being a savant good at math that the NSA wanted to recruit?
Oh, I do love his NSA monologue where he tells the truth about, what our government does. I don't want to get into it, but it was nice to see that.
I put 11 minus 3 in my calculator the other day. Just like in case, that's not good.
And that probably didn't even work out right. You probably put some wrong number in there.
I just overthink it. I'm like, well, if you end on that number, or is it like one? I'm like, oh my God.
So the plot of this movie is, again, Matt Damon violently assaults a man in broad daylight, but he had been doing math late at night at MIT under a cloak of darkness because he's the janitor there. And so Stellan Skarsgård, who I just saw in a movie that's in theaters now, Sentimental Values, if you have a bad relationship with your father, Sentimental Values is the movie for you. Can't recommend it enough. 5 stars, phenomenal.
I guess a review on that one coming up later, too. The show.
It's awesome. It's devastating, too. It's so sad. But I saw it at the Music Box. It was great. So Stellan Skarsgård is like, I'm going to get you out of jail, but you have to come do math for me, and you also have to go to therapy with Robin Williams. I would have chose prison time. If the option was math and therapy or prison, I'm doing hard time every time. I can't imagine a worse future than that.
What's wrong with the therapy part?
It's Robin Williams.
I understand the math part. I get the math part. I get the math part. But wouldn't the therapy and the math wouldn't say, okay, 50-50, that sounds like a good proposition.
No, I think the math outweighs it.
So prison's better.
Oh, prison's much better.
You have to look over your shoulder in the showers all the time.
I have to do that anyways.
And he's pretty. Like, Matt Damon was pretty. He's like, I'm not going to prison.
Oh.
That's not going to be good.
He'd be
long hair. It's not good.
His big frosted tips in the movie. It's the most aggressively 1997 haircut.
Getting back to Shawshank, fresh fish coming in.
So, around this time, again, this is now post-prison where he's doing math and going to therapy. He also runs into one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, Minnie Driver, with her stunning and elegant British accent, and they hit it off in a bar after talking about colonial economics, which is never something that I've led a conversation with. That's never a topic that I lead in when I'm trying to meet a woman out at night. I guess that's my mistake.
It is. I thought that was your move. I'm sorry.
Specifically, that scene made me think of when I was at a bar over the summer. I was at Delilah's, and it happened to be Elvis night, which I did not know going into it.
That's awesome.
And, you would think. And they were playing Elvis live from Hawaii on the TV, and I was talking to this woman who's my age, beautiful woman, about the significance of that broadcast and that live concert because it was the first satellite TV broadcast ever. And I'm explaining satellite TV to this 26-year-old woman, and I'm explaining about how Elvis did a Hank Williams cover during this set and how I love the Hank Williams cover. And then I'm explaining who Hank Williams is. Wow. And I'm just seeing the light drain from her eyes as she could not have cared less about what I was talking about. Colonial economics worked for Minnie Driver. You gotta be kidding me.
And by the way, you mentioned, the most beautiful woman you ever seen in English accent. That was her wheelhouse that time. Mm-hmm. That same year, she was in Grosse Pointe Blank with John Cusack. That's an incredible movie. Sleepers. She had a good run right then. And she has, obviously she's still doing things, but that was her run of, wow, who is this?
It makes sense. She's my favorite character in the movie. There's some audio we'll play here in just a minute that I would like to get to. But in that bar scene where he meets Minnie Driver, in a 5-minute period, we get My Boy's Wicked Smart, which it's good to know that, I get to have that frame of reference. And then also, I didn't know this was the movie where How Do You Like Them Apples came from. That's something I've heard my entire life. I didn't have any context for it. I thought that was just a Boston turn of phrase. Turns out it's from a movie. That's awesome. Do you know how good it would feel to hit somebody with a How Do You Like Them Apples? I've never been able to do that in my life.
Well, the problem with that line is first you have to do what he did to say, how about them apples? Get the phone number. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you can't.
No, that's literally what you just said.
But you can't just
go. The problem is with me is that I can't do How Do You Like Them Apples because I've never gotten a phone number.
Don't take it personally. It's not you. Just everybody has to first get the number before you say, how about them apples?
Your problem.
I did. I'm saying you want to say it, you want to do it, but you have to do that part first.
The problem is you can't ask for a girl's number and she says no, and then you go, how do you like them apples?
Yes.
The response to the no
falls very flat. Sad trombone. Doesn't work.
Doesn't have a
Doesn't
goodbye.
So that's just the setup before the movie really gets into the meat of it. And I know we have to take a break in just a second. I have audio that I want to play. I have more thoughts on this movie, some serious, some much in the same vein as How Do You Like Them Apples, but a lot of thoughts on Good Will Hunting if we could continue after the break.
Yeah, there's definitely a movie that needs 2 segments. So Good Will Hunting, one of the most requested ones of Case's movie reviews. And we will continue and get the conclusion and give his, I don't know, probably Apple rating. How many apples?
Yeah, we'll do it out of How Do You Like Them Apples.
Coming
as soon
up,
as I get a phone number.
which could be a while. At least 6 minutes. We're coming back.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, we're in the middle of Case's movie review of Good Will Hunting. It came out December 5th, 1997. And a lot of takes on this one and some audio coming up from some of his favorite scenes. So, Case, I'll let you continue where you left off in this movie.
We left off at How About Them Apples, which really sets off a cascade of events. And the thing that I like so much about this movie is pretty much from that point on, you're dealing with shifting dynamics throughout the entire movie, but you're either dealing with the interactions of Damon and Skarsgård together, or Damon and Affleck together, or Damon and Driver together, or Damon and Williams together, or Skarsgård and Williams together. Everything matters. There's no dead weight in this movie. There's no scene where you go, well, why would that be in there? That didn't drive the story home. It's actually, by and large, a pretty predictable movie. You can see where things are going, but so many movies go wrong trying to do the unexpected, trying to stray off course. And this movie doesn't do that. And they do such a good job of setting up the troubled mind of Will Hunting. And I think that really comes to fruition, not even in the Robin Williams scenes, but in the Minnie Driver scenes. That's the stuff that I enjoyed most in this movie because I love their first date scene. I think they do such an interesting and such a great job of portraying a good first date where they're in the store with the weird glasses and they're doing the magic tricks together and they're just having fun feeling each other out. And the way that relationship progresses, obviously sleeping with each other with Elliott Smith in the background is something that is very much of my interest. But the way that relationship progresses is so interesting to me. And unfortunately, it all blows up as Minnie Driver, who's a student at Harvard at the time, is leaving for California to go to grad school at Stanford and wants Matt Damon, Will Hunting, to come with her. And we have this explosive and traumatic and borderline violent breakup scene that to me was the absolute apex of this movie. And this is very heavy, but I think this audio is worth playing.
Don't put your on me when you're the one that's afraid.
I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? What the am I afraid of?
You're afraid of me. You're afraid that I won't love you back. You know what? I'm afraid too. It, I want to give it a shot, and at least I'm honest with you.
I'm not honest with you?
No, what about your 12 brothers? No, you're not going. You're not leaving.
What do you want to know? What? That I don't have 12 brothers?
Yeah.
That I'm a orphan? No, you don't want to hear that.
I didn't know
no,
that.
you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that I got
it.
cigarettes put out of me when I was a little kid.
I didn't know
That this isn't surgery, that the motherfucker stabbed me. You don't want to hear that, Skylar.
I
Don't
do wanna
don't
hear
tell
that.
me you want to hear that.
Because I want to help you. Because I want
Help
to be
me?
with.
What do I got? A sign on my back that says "Save me"?
No.
Do I look like I need that?
No, God, I just want to be with
Don't
you because I love you.
Don't push me. Don't you me.
I love you. I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if you say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
I don't love you.
First off, before we examine that powerful scene, great job with the bleeps.
It took me so long to do that. I got here early to bleep that scene.
Boy, was I getting nervous during that scene.
I'm really good at my job because that took a long time.
Yes.
And it is at that moment in which I began sobbing in my apartment. Minnie Driver got my ass crying. Oh my God, was this scene so powerful. Just the if you've ever loved somebody that sometimes doesn't know how to be loved, just the push and pull and the give and take of that, where it's not that you think they're weak, but you just want to be there in the moments where they don't feel as strong as they sometimes do. And just the battle of words and emotions there, and him hitting the wall with her head right there, and then him storming out. I was so profoundly moved. And like that's the interesting thing with these movie reviews that we do is we played the Teen Wolf review again over Thanksgiving break, and I had some people come up to me even in the building and say, "Oh, that one's so funny. That was such a great job." And I really appreciate that. It's fun when we come across a bad movie or at least a movie that I hate and we can laugh at it. But the joy that I get in this is, I say this in earnesty, 18 months ago, I didn't know movies were this good. This is like a new thing that I'm experiencing. And to be able to experience a film like this for the first time, with a scene like this, as powerful as it is, has become one of the most rewarding experiences that I can possibly imagine. And that scene really kicks off this last 40-minute stretch where you go from that into not the Family Guy audio that we just heard earlier, but the Robin Williams audio where he says that it's not your fault over and over again.
No. It's not your fault. Look at me, son. It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
All right.
It's not your fault. Don't with me. It's not your fault.
Don't with me, all right? Don't with me, Sean, not you.
It's not your fault.
Now, here's my problem with that scene. I've been in a lot of therapy in my life, and never once have I explained my actions for the therapist to go, "It's not your fault."
Well, what does that say about you?
It's always like, so here's what you should have done differently.
I'm like, oh boy. They're like, the person you did that to, bring them in. They need help.
The therapist sits back, stands up, and goes to his library to pull out a book to analyze. Boy, it's your fault, man.
The therapist leans in, looks at the case, and goes, "This is your fault."
You realize,
No, this is your fault.
This is your fault.
You're
Case
like, I
goes-
don't know. No.
Case goes, "Don't F with me. No, it's your fault. Stop punching me. Why are you kicking? It's your fault. Ow.
And then from there, if that wasn't enough, we've got one more piece of audio I want to play where he and Ben Affleck are at the construction site smoking cigs, sitting next to a pickup truck being cool.
Yeah.
This movie made me want to start smoking bad.
Yeah.
And
movies make smoking look really cool.
This was my takeaway from All the President's Men was I got to get a typewriter and cigarettes ASAP.
Yeah.
So they're sitting against the truck and Ben Affleck is like, "Hey man, I'm an idiot. I'm going to be 50 tomorrow doing this same thing at this construction site. I need more from you. I need you to go out there and be something in the world." And that's what that scene sounded like.
Come on, why is it always this? I mean, I owe it to myself to do this. That. What if I don't want to? No. You don't owe it to yourself. You owe it to me. Because tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'll be 50.
Oh.
And I'll still be doing That's all right. That's fine. I mean, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. I'd do anything to have what you got. So would any of these guys. It'd be an insult to watch if you're still here in 20 years.
Can I say, as the oldest person here on the show, that I didn't understand that line until I got older.
What do you mean by that?
That he says, tomorrow I'm going to wake up 50 and I'm still going to be here in this crap job. And I'm not saying this is a crap job. I'm just saying.
Brian's like, I'm the only one who relates to that.
You, Kenzie, and you, Kate, don't know what the F you're talking about.
How are those contract negotiations going?
Hello.
Not well, I take it. All right.
No, because I saw this movie in the theaters in 97. And so when you're in the theater seeing and hearing that line as a young guy, you're kind of like,
I'm not going to be 50 tomorrow.
I'm not going to be, what's he talking about?
It's going to take forever.
Like Kay said, they look cool
And
as
how
hell.
do you feel about that now, Brian? Do you feel like that?
Damn, you wait long enough and stuff like that hits you different.
Hey, you wait long enough, you turn 50.
Yeah, you do. And then you go, God.
It took like 50 years.
Damn. You can't appreciate that line when you're in your 20s.
I don't know. I feel spiritually 75. I knew exactly what he meant.
Yeah, you are 75. Yeah, you are. Not Spotify 75, but spiritually 75.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
that line, when I saw that movie later, just watching it the 50th time I watched it, I go, holy crap, he's right.
You're like, I'm going to wake up again at 3 in the morning tomorrow and do the same job.
Instead of just looking cool smoking cigarettes.
That's what we got to do. We got to get a job smoking somewhere.
Well, we could probably open a window here somehow.
Yeah, we
and
can start smoking in the studio. That'd be awesome. Yeah. My one nitpick with this movie real quick is towards the end of the movie, Ben Affleck gives Matt Damon a car. Matt Damon then, after getting a job, immediately quits that job to drive across country, as he should, to go get Minnie Driver back. but she's in California. He's in Massachusetts. First of all, that woman has a boyfriend in California before Matt Damon gets there. I know. And also, Matt
well, she's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. And Matt Damon did reprehensible things to her. She's moved on. She's found another guy. He's going to find out the hard way when he gets there. The problem is that crap car that Ben Affleck got him, that's not making it to California. He has to drive all the way across America in that car. He's not getting out of Massachusetts in that car. What an awful piece of junk that was. There's no way he's making it to California.
That's your nitpick with the movie?
That's my one nitpick with the movie, because it's time to rate it out of apples, obviously.
Whatever you want to do. I thought apples might be there. Whatever you want to do.
No. I'm not topping apples. Good Will Hunting is on first watches, one of the best movies I've ever seen. I think it's a perfect movie. I wouldn't change a thing about it. There's no scene I would replace. There's no dialogue I would change. I was profoundly impacted by this movie immediately after finishing it. This is true. I sat in silence and ate 2 raspberry jelly Uncrustables to try to process what I had just seen.
Which is what everybody does when they're trying to process something like this.
Oh, yeah, it's the emotional foundation of life. It's a 10 out of 10 movie, 10 apples out of 10.
Whoa!
It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
So, that's what a lot of people asked on the text line. I saw Double Features Mike check in and say, is this on your now Mount Rushmore? What's the first 10 out of 10 or no? Is this the first 10 out of 10 movie in 2 years?
No, Pulp Fiction.
I was going to say, I think Pulp Fiction. I was just going to say that. Pulp Fiction
Hey, Kenzie, thanks for listening to the show.
I listen. I'm here.
Pulp Fiction. This is the Mount Rushmore of the movies we've done on this show now.
What was Heat?
Kenzie, great job. Nice to be a fan. It would be Pulp Fiction, Heat, Jaws, and now Good Will Hunting.
10 out of 10, Good Will Hunting, and worthy of it. If you missed any of this review, because there's a first part of it as well, go to the podcast, the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.